Spent a couple of days in New York last weekend, and it got me thinking. I started remembering all these goddamn crazy things I did there when I was 16. Things have changed now, but there are some things that you just can't forget. Some wounds that never seem to heal. These few days of my life alone in New York are etched on my memory as if it just happened yesterday. I went to the museum when I was in New York, and I love museums. You know, everything stayed exactly the way it was. Nothing ever changed. The Eskimos, the Indians, I remember the long Indian war canoe. You know, none of them ever changed. I love the damn museum. It was great. Everything stayed the same. The problem is everything else was different, you know? I might be wearing a different t-shirt, and there might be a different supply teacher. Something was always different. That bothered me. I actually hated that. Anyway, I got near the museum, and then a funny thing happened. All of a sudden, I wouldn't have gone inside for $1,000,000. I'd walked all the way there, and I looked so forward to it, but I got there and it just didn't appeal to me. Not at all. We horsed around a little bit in the cab on the way to the theater. At first, Sally didn't want to because she had her lipstick on and all, but I was being seductive as hell, and she didn't have any alternative. Just to show you how crazy I am. We were coming out of this kiss, and then I told her I loved her. It was a lie, of course, but the weird thing is, when I said it, I meant it. Oh, I'm crazy. All of a sudden, I got this great idea. I knew this guy down in Greenwich Village, and I could have bought a car from him. And he used to go to the same school as I did, so he still owed me $10. My idea was, and I told Sally this, I wanted to go to Massachusetts, and then Vermont, and then the next state with Sally. And I was damn excited as hell. I even took Sally's goddamn hand. You know, we could stay in cabin camps, stuff like that until the dough runs out, and then I could get a job somewhere, and then get married to Sally, and then we could have kids, and then we'd put them in a room and then hide them so that they couldn't get spoiled. So I told Sally about this, and she blew up in my face. Oh, I was so disappointed. And then I told her something that I shouldn't have said. I don't know what I was doing. I probably wouldn't have taken her anyway. The terrible part is, I meant it when I said, I swear to God, I'm a madman. In case you don't live in New York, the Wicker Bar is in this sort of swanky hotel, the Seton Hotel. I used to go there quite a lot, but I don't anymore. I was supposed to meet up with this guy from the Wooten School. His name was Old Loost. What a guy. He was supposed to be my student advisor, but the only thing he ever did was give us these sex talks and all, late at night when there was a bunch of guys in his room. He knew quite a bit about sex, especially perverts and all. He was always telling us about a lot of creepy guys that went around having affairs with sheep and guys that go around with girls' pants sewed in the lining of their hats and all. And flits and lesbians. Old Loose knew who every flit and lesbian in the United States was. Anyway, when Old Loose came along, we started talking. I was asking him about if he had a girlfriend or not, and he kept asking me questions about his girlfriend. Then I moved on to the topic of sex. And, well, naturally, he knew a lot about sex, so I decided to talk to him about it. I kept asking him questions and questions, and he got a little annoyed, so anyway, towards the end of our conversation, he mentioned something about his father being a psychoanalyst, and he said that I should go see one. Well, not that I should go see one, but that the option was there, and that kind of weirded me out. It got me thinking. Anyway, Old Loose eventually left. He was a pain in the ass. I stumbled into the phone booth, and I wanted to give old Jane a buzz, but as soon as I got in the phone booth, I wasn't in the mood to call Jane. Maybe I was just too drunk. So then, I decided I would call Sally Hayes. Boy, did I dial a lot of numbers before I got the right one. I was drunk. I called Sally at 2 a.m. just to tell her I wanted to trim her tree. And I also told her Rocky's mob got me. Boy, was I drunk. All the while, I was also holding my stomach because the goddamn bullet that was in there. Oh, it was hurting. I was in so much pain. But when I think back, I don't think I got shot or anything. Oh, maybe I was just pretending or something. I'm a goddamn madman. I really am. I started walking to the park, and I'd figured I'd go by that little lake and see what the hell those ducks were doing. See if they're around there or not. Still didn't know if they were around there or not. Nobody was giving me a straight answer. Every time I asked, they'd think I'm crazy or something. I didn't have anywhere special to go, and I was pretty cold. I didn't even know where I was gonna sleep. Not that I was tired or anything. So I kept walking, and then something terrible happened. I dropped old Phoebe's record. Even though it was covered in the envelope, it still broke into a few pieces. Goddamn envelope. I damn near cried. It made me feel so terrible. So I picked up those pieces and held on to them. They weren't good for anything, I guess, now, but I took them anyways. I kept walking into the park. I figured I might as well give them to Phoebe to show her I cared enough. Even though it was in a million pieces, I knew she'd still appreciate it. I couldn't disappoint her. That killed me. Boy, was it dark outside, and I was blue as hell.